Don't buy the Japanese index yet, because the best institutional buying opportunity is not where most traders are looking. Let me show you the zone I am patiently waiting for. Welcome back to CJFXTrade. In this weekly market outlook, I will be breaking down the JP225 using the CJFXTrade method, where we combine supply and demand, market structure, trend line, liquidity, and my C4, 3P, 3L, and Arrow 4 framework to build a high probability trading plan. Let's begin with the weekly time frame. C4 framework. The first thing I want to identify is control. On the weekly chart, buyers are still in control. Price continue to print higher highs and higher lows, and the upward trend line remain intact. That tells me the long-term trend is still bullish. Next is contest. Even if price is pulling back on the lower time frame, I still see this as a correction within a larger bullish trend. That is why I am not looking to sell aggressively. Now let's look at the catalyst. The catalyst I am watching is the weekly demand zone between 54,630 and 50,467. I like this zone because it formed a clean base, exploded to the upside, and create a new all-time high. That tells me institutions were very active at this location. Finally, we have confluence. This weekly demand zone aligned with the bullish market structure and the upward trend line. The more reason I have to trust a zone, the more interested I become in trading from it. Now let's move down to the daily time frame. This is where the picture changes. Price has broken below the previous daily demand zone and also broke the daily trend line. That tells me sellers are currently in control of the short-term move. We do have a tested zone between 62,331 and 60,961, but personally I am not interested in buying there. Tested zone can still work, but because this zone has already reacted before, I believe the probability is lower, especially while the market is showing bearish momentum. Instead, I am waiting for price to reach the fresh daily demand zone between 54,082 and 52,627. Why this zone? It created an all-time high, left with strong momentum, and sit inside the weekly demand zone. That is the type of higher time frame confluence I like to trade. Now let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame. The previous demand zone has failed, leaving behind a supply zone between 69,779 and 70,365. Before reaching that supply, price also created resistance liquidity, giving sellers another reason to defend this area. We also have a bearish trend line supporting the current downward move. Could price continue lower from there? Absolutely, but I am not interested in selling because that would mean trading against the higher time frame trend. Instead, this is where my 3P framework comes in. First, I want to see a position shift where buyers begin taking control. Secondly, I want a pattern break by breaking the bearish trend line and shifting market structure. Then finally, I want price expansion. I need to see strong bullish momentum, leaving a fresh demand zone before I even think about entering a trade. Once those conditions are complete, I move to my 3L framework. First is the location. Price must be trading inside my higher time frame demand zone. Secondly is the liquidity. I want to see liquidity taken before buyers step in. Then thirdly is the lower time frame confirmation. I will drop to the 1-hour chart and wait for a fresh demand zone, a break of structure, and a strong bullish momentum before entry. If those confirmations don't appear, I simply stay out of the market. Finally, every trade must pass my Arrow 4 framework. My risk stay fixed. The reward must justify the trade. Rules always come before emotion, and every trade got review so I can continue improving my execution. So here is my outlook on JP225. In the short term, the market remains bearish, but on the higher time frame, buyers still control the overall trend. But for that reason, I am staying patient. I will wait for price to reach my higher time frame demand zone, complete my 3P and my 3L confirmation, and only then will I look for buying opportunity. That is my plan for JP225 this week. If you find this analysis helpful, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think JP225 reaches the higher time frame demand zone, or will buyers step in sooner? Don't forget to subscribe for weekly institutional market analysis using the CJFXTrade method. Until next time, trade with patience, trade with discipline, and let the market come to you.